Hello everyone, welcome back to Potty Plan Entertainment. My name is Chris, and in case you don't know, I review movies and I rank them on a scale of 0 to 100 in increments of 5. Sorry it's been a few days, but I'm back now. Today, we are going to be talking about a great movie. I don't have this on DVD yet, so I don't have a picture to show you. But the movie we're going to be talking about today is Twister. Twister was released in 1996, and it stars Bill Paxton, Helen Hunt, Carrie Elwes, Jamie Gertz, and Philip Seymour Hoffman. It was directed by Jan de Bont, and it was produced by Laurie MacDonald, Gerald Molin, Walter Parks, and Steven Spielberg. And this movie tells the story of some storm chasers that have invented this device where if you can get it into the storm, into a tornado, will unlock new information about them. And Bill Paxton's character is engaged to another woman while he's also still married. Now she knows that they're still married, but he and his wife are filing for divorce, and they'd already been away from each other for a little while, so he had already been a woman and got engaged, and he's trying to get her to sign a divorce papers so he can go ahead and marry this new woman. But she still likes him, and so she's really hesitant about signing these papers, and so she doesn't sign them right away. Tornadoes pop up and they prevent her from signing them. And Bill Paxton's new fiance is just sort of along for the ride with this team, and they're against a competing team of storm chasers that have stolen their idea for this device and have made the exact same thing. It's basically the same thing, it's just it looks different essentially. And so they're racing against them to try and get this device into a tornado, and they keep failing throughout the movie to get this thing into the tornado, so they're trying. And it's a back and forth battle between the two teams. And all the while, Bill Paxton and his wife, who's played by Helen Hunt, they're sort of constantly caught up in these tornadoes with each other. And so they're constantly in these situations with each other. And even though they're trying to get a divorce. So, really good movie. I think it's a very underrated movie. I don't know why more people don't like this film. Personally, I think it's great. It's very fun. I'll tell you right now, it's an extremely fun movie. I don't know, I forgot to write down my rating, I'm gonna go ahead and write it now. I don't know why a lot of people don't like this movie. When I watch this movie, it is a blast. It's so much fun. Every moment of this movie is just pure entertainment. That's what this movie is. It's pure entertainment. Every time, there's a lot of tornadoes in this movie, okay? And they'll have a sequence with a tornado, and then literally, there will only be about a 5-minute break in between before they give you the next one. And I'm serious, there's only about 5 minutes between each tornado sequence, and there's a lot of them. And so, this movie never lets up. This movie will grab hold of you and shake you for the hour and 45 minutes of the runtime. This movie will not let you go. It is pure entertainment. It is a blast. The characters are really great too, especially Philip Seymour Hoffman. This was a different movie for him, but I really liked him in it. He sort of played this guy who's like on the edge, always going, woo! You know, fun guy. And I really enjoyed his performance in this. All the characters are great. The sets are great too. The sets are really great, actually. Everything looks real. Everything looks great. They had an amazing set department for this film. It's really, really suspenseful because there are a lot of times where these characters are in tornadoes, or the tornadoes go like right by them and stuff. So they're getting really close to these tornadoes always, and so that suspense is always there. And like I said, it's I can see the light flashing here. That's okay. And so, because there's constant tornadoes in this movie, there's that constant suspense. And so you're constantly, I know I use that word a lot, but you're constantly on the edge of your seat throughout the runtime. I thought Bill Paxton and Hunt, I thought they had really good chemistry with each other. The special effects are great. This actually got nominated for an Oscar for Best Special Effects. And I felt like this movie sends a good message about tornadoes because it doesn't just glorify them throughout the film. This movie, it's fun to watch these characters deal with the tornadoes, but there's also a scene where they see how tornadoes have devastated a town. And so it doesn't just show you like, wow, tornadoes are cool. It shows you the devastation and the impact that these things can have on people's lives. And so in that sense, I feel like it sends a good message. It was kind of like The Meg. If you watch that movie, it doesn't just show like, oh, awesome shark. It shows, there's a scene in The Meg where the characters are in a boat and they're looking overboard and there's all these dead sharks laying in the water with their fins cut off. And one of them explains that people will capture sharks and cut off their fins and then throw them back into the water alive so that they can make shark fin soup. And that way it sends a good message about sharks and why we need to preserve those animals. And I felt like this does the same thing with tornadoes. And also, I won't spoil the ending for you, but the ending of this movie has a lot of lightning in it. And when I watch this movie, I'm always like, because so much flashing lights and they're bright, very, very bright, like holy crap, it's like it hurts my eyes. And when I first watched this, I thought that's kind of a bad thing, but then I thought, no, that's a good thing because that's awesome. Now, I had never seen this movie before until recently, but I remember when I was a kid, my mom would watch this, and I remember like the scene with Bill Paxton and, sorry, I keep forgetting her name, Helen Hunt. They're underneath a bridge with a tornado right there, and she's like, I want to see it, I want to see it, and he's pulling her back, and he's like, no. And I remember watching that scene when I was a kid. I thought, this is cool. Or this, I want to watch the rest of this, but I never did. And I don't think my mom has ever seen this movie through to the end, but yeah, I've always known that this movie exists, but I had never watched it until they put it on Netflix. And yeah, it is on Netflix. You can go watch it now. And I loved it. I loved it. My only real con with this movie is that, and it's not even a big deal, it's that they mention how one of their team members had died before. But that was it. They mentioned, like, an F5 tornado is like the biggest tornado you can imagine. And they had mentioned how one of their team members had seen one. One of them said, only one of us had ever seen one before. And another character was like, well, where is he? And then they all just went quiet. And then that was the end of it. And I was like, well, wait a minute. That's pretty interesting. I want to know more about that. But they never revisit it, which is very odd because I was generally interested in that story. But anyways, it's not a big deal, I guess. I don't feel like that's enough for me to take points off from the film. But it is a flaw I have with it, but it's not that big of a deal, really. So I'm going to give Twister a 100. Now, does Twister deserve a 100? Probably not, but this movie is just so much fun that I can't really help it. And I love this movie. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe to Potty Planet Entertainment for more. Hit the like button. Leave movie suggestions down in the comments down below. Follow me on Instagram at Potty Planet Entertainment for channel updates, and much love.